Hey everyone, Julia Ware with I Declare Faith. How are you doing? Today is Friday, so happy Friday. God told me to come downstairs, so I am sitting outside of my prayer closet. I have an amazing prayer closet. One day I'll show y'all. I'll take a video from inside perhaps and show y'all the whole thing. It's amazing. So, but you see that? Be still and know that I am God. I needed that. Anyway, so I wanted to share with y'all the revelation I got this morning from making a cup of coffee. So I'm stirring my coffee, stirring, and the stirring got to be pretty intense. I don't know, I guess because I was running late for work. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it got to be such an intense, violent swirl that the sides of the coffee started rising up, and then the center of the coffee, was sunk down in the lower parts of the cup. You understand what I'm trying to describe, right? Can you visualize that? The point is that it was an intense swirl. And what God spoke to me at that moment was that when the storms of life are raging, when they're raging all around you, me at the center, you at the center, when the storms of life are raging all around, just by us speaking to the storm will instantly stop. So you know what I did? So I took the spoon and I stirred in the opposite direction. And as soon as I stirred in the opposite direction, instantaneously, the coffee stopped swirling. I was like, wow, that's like amazing. Because to me, when we're in the midst of a storm, when we're going through trials, when we're going through tribulations, right, we call on Jesus. And when we call on him, he will calm the storm for us, just like it happened in the Word. Just like when there was a storm, the sea was raging. What did Jesus do? He spoke to the storm. He told the seas to be still, and instantly they were calm. And that's no different than what we got to do in the spiritual, y'all. So it's interesting because little did I know that the revelation I got this morning would actually minister to me later in my day. So I told y'all back in November that my company was, they made an announcement that they were going to be having massive job eliminations and that we'd find out eventually within the coming months our status with the company. You had to reapply, brand new company, brand new positions, departments, everything. And you had to put out for jobs and, get past the application and the interview phase in order to secure your employment, right? So I had my interview a couple weeks ago, and today the verdict was in. Drum roll. That was supposed to be a drum roll. But anyway, I learned today that I will not be moving forward in the application process. And I seem kind of happy about that, right? Well, I don't think I'm happy per se, but I'm just at peace. This whole job situation that I've been going through for the past 5 months now, it's a storm, right? But I have refused to give in to the storm because I trust God way too much. So when I was on the phone today with the person that interviewed me, when they told me, I kind of wasn't surprised because I already felt like God was telling me that my season with corporate is coming to an end. I felt like God had already told me that. And I feel like God has me he's going to have me walking into a new season. And all these videos I'm doing, I don't want to be doing these videos, y'all. If you want to know the truth be told, I'm not one to be speaking in front of a camera or anything like that. But God told me to do it. So I post videos almost every single day. And it's pretty uncomfortable. But I will say I've grown more comfortable with each video that I do. All right, I'm going off topic. That's not the point of what I'm trying to say. The point that I'm trying to make is that in the midst of storms, you speak to it and you command your flesh to line up. Because I'm going to tell you, when I had the phone call today, for a split second, my flesh wanted to rise up and, have thoughts of like, wow, okay, I'm disappointed, uncertain about the future. What am I going to do? Should I start applying to jobs and blah, 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 blah. And, and let me tell y'all, out of nowhere, I felt a tear start to rise up. It was only in this eye, only in my right eye. I felt it start to rise up. It never made its way to the surface, but I felt it like way back there somewhere. I felt it trying to rise up. And it was at that moment that I started speaking out loud. And I said, oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. So I had to silence my flesh. I had to command my flesh to be silent. And I began speaking, saying, God, I trust you. I have full faith in you. God, I know you have good plans for me. There are plans to prosper me, never to harm me. You have a bright future for me, God. God, I will obey whatever you tell me to do. God, I ask you, oh Lord God, all the time to order my steps. So God, I know that I haven't been brought here to this present state by mistake. I know it's not by coincidence. It's not by accident. So God, I trust you. I trust your plan for my life. As uncomfortable as it may feel, y'all have no idea the level of discomfort. But it's building my faith. It is building my faith. So trust God, because you got to know. So just like when I was stirring the coffee, right? And I was going in one direction and it got to be a violent swirl. When I hit it with the opposite direction, the coffee immediately settled and it immediately calmed. You have to know that Satan is an opposer. He seeks to try to rob you, steal from you everything that God has for you. Every bit of word that you have down in your heart, whether it's a little bit or whether it's a lot, it don't matter. Satan's role, he tries to rob you of the word that's down in your heart. He tries to make you forget all that you have learned. He tries to make you be discouraged. He tries to make you feel like you need to walk around in fear. He tries to put all this stuff on you, anxiety, panic, and just despondency and despair and all these things that are just not of God. But guess what? Knowing that he is an opposer, that means there's something on the other side, right? And that is God. If we invite Jesus Christ in to handle our storm, to calm our storm, guess what he will do? He will do it. So I trust God. So I hope that my testimony, I'm calling it a testimony, even though it's not a full-fledged testimony yet, because I'm walking it out. I'm actually walking this whole thing out publicly. I don't know what the true end, what the full end is going to be. I have some ideas of what God is showing me, but I don't believe he showed me the full picture, because if he did show me the full picture, I'd probably run from it because it'd probably be like too big in my head, even though the things he's shown me are pretty big. But anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought, but I'm not going to stop this video. I'm going to keep going. But anyway, trust God, trust God, trust God. And just know that you have an opposer that seeks to rob you and steal from you and take from you whatever God has for you. So you got to come back at him, come back at life's storms with Jesus. That's essentially the best way to put it. Okay. So on that note, oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say that as far as my testimony that's being walked out, me doing these videos, right? And not even, it's less about the videos, but it's more about what I'm going through. Just going through with my job situation. I've always been career minded, always. So the very fact that I am now in the midst, just found out today that I'm going to be losing my job. I'm still there. I'll be there for, if they don't push the date back again, I'll be there for another month and a half or so. Yeah, so the fact that I'm going through all that I'm going through, I have made this public. Like, talk about uncomfortable. But you know why? Because I seek to encourage you. Now, I don't know who's watching this. I don't know how many, but it doesn't matter. Even if I can just help one person, then it makes this all worth it. I just want to help you elevate your faith. I just want to help you elevate your trust in God, knowing that he's got you no matter the circumstance. And so I'm walking my situation out publicly as a way to demonstrate my faith in God. And I'm going to tell you what, as I'm doing this, it's elevating my own faith. So sometimes we have to just get started, just start doing something. And I know that this is all tied to my purpose. I know it is. But you know, sometimes you just got to take steps. And when you start out, whatever you're starting out doing, it may not be the exact thing that you end up with. That may not be your full-blown purpose per se, but you got to start somewhere. And then as you start, you begin to see, oh, okay, that felt good. Oh, that didn't feel good. Oh, I messed up there. I made a mistake there. I feel that God's calling me over here. Maybe I can do it differently over here. Oh, you know, so when you just get started, that's my point. And that's what I'm doing. Right? So I'm taking steps. my faith is being elevated in the process, and I hope that I've helped to elevate y'all's faith in the process as well. So I got a YouTube channel. Subscribe. You can search on my name, Julia Ware, or I Declare Faith, and you'll find me. You'll find my channel. Subscribe. I do videos pretty much every day. All right. So on that note, I think I got out everything that I wanted to say. This is a much longer video than I usually do, but I guess it's because I had a lot to say. So in summary, go declare your faith. Go declare your faith in the midst of a storm, in the midst of a trial. Invite Jesus in and declare the promises of God. Declare your faith. All right. So on that note, I'll see you next time. Bye. And be still and know that God is God. Okay. He's got you. All right. Bye.